Tell me some wins from the weekend.
Up a listing yesterday.
You took a listing yesterday? Way to go, Jimmy.
I was able to send a referral and got another potential seller that I'm going to be calling up. I got a referral to me and I sent out a referral.
Very cool. That's awesome, Audrey.
Except my board hasn't been updated since the 21st. That's not good.
Yeah, because you'd only ever updated it on Tuesdays.
Right. That's not true. I usually do it daily. I got sloppy with it last week and obviously got sloppy with it this week.
Hmm. Hmm. Wonder why. Focus exchanged. Kevin, how we doing on your buyer?
We are doing good. We're waiting for appraisal to come back before we do anything else.
Yep, you guys got appraisal probably tomorrow, hopefully.
Sometime this week is what the bank told me.
Okay. Love that.
Uh,
Submitted an offer for my buyer yesterday.
Yeah, you did. You're gonna get it accepted today too.
I know. I think we have a good chance.
I think you have a great chance. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Oh, I do have a contractor lined up as well, just in case we move forward. We're gonna get some quotes and get some payment options and stuff like that worked out just in case we need it.
Nice. I found a box of spitty pens.
Of what?
That's awesome, I think.
What are they? Spinning pins?
I want one. I love those things.
Not like a fidget spinner on a pin.
Exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
For your ADHD.
Oh, for something. Oh, for something. I cleaned my desk yesterday at the office at the home. I was able to come across things like post-it notes that I need for the office here. Fantastic. Because someone used my last stack. And just getting some stuff done. So, any other win celebrations? We're going to jump into our lesson for the day.
I picked up a new listing in Gladden Farms yesterday.
Way cool. Where'd it come from?
Steve Spear. It was like his ex-barber's friend.
Very good.
Yeah.
Sphere of influences.
I have a question before you go into the lesson.
Yes, Audra, what do you got?
On the contingent that I have, do I do anything if they go past the date that's set on line 21?
Are you the
My
listing
client,
side?
yeah, I'm the listing agent. My
Yeah.
client doesn't want to go past the date.
What does the form say?
If I want to, I don't have it on me, but I think you have to put it in writing that you will go on forward with the deal if you want to change the date.
If the property doesn't close,
Or get under contract.
well, you got to pick which one. You said line 21, which means it's contingent upon the buyer closing their deal. If it doesn't close, then your full contract is considered canceled.
Yep.
But they're not under contract.
So you're
So
Did
you had a contingencies upon them accepting an offer.
Yes.
So if they did not accept an offer by a certain date, it would still render the same result, that this offer would be considered canceled unless otherwise put in writing.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure on that one.
Daddy.
Yeah, so you would need to push back on
Daddy.
the buyer's agent and say, hey,
Oh God.
you guys aren't under contract, you're not contingent. Are you going to continue on with this deal or we're going to cancel? So
Okay. Okay. Sounds great.
Yeah, just make sure you review the document because and you have the one that was actually signed filled in for which date and stuff it is.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yep. Answer my questions. Yeah.
Good. All right, guys. What is the most non-renewable resource?
Time.
Time.
Mhm.
Time. Can you make money back?
Yes.
Yep.
Can you get new signs if they get lost?
Yes.
Can you get more time if you waste it?
Yes.
No.
No.
No. No, you cannot. So I think that's a good idea for us to talk about today, don't you?
Mhm.
Sometime.
That was good.
So time is in fact your only non-renewable resource. That's what we're gonna have our mindset around today is how can we manage our time better? So if I gave you $86,400 every morning and gave you a stack of money, and whatever you didn't spend by midnight, I got back, what would you do?
I blow through all of it, every last penny.
Every last penny, right? Would you waste a single dime? No, you would go through every single cent. Well, you get that, right? It's a weird way of looking. $86,400. Well, oddly enough, 86,400 is the
Yeah,
exact
water
number of
scary.
seconds you have in a day. Did you know that?
Did not.
Do the math. 24 hours in a day, 60 seconds in a minute, 60 seconds in an hour, or 60 minutes in an hour. 60 times 60 times 24. It's 86,400. Every single second counts. When we start looking at our time as money, it kind of changes the way we perceive it, doesn't it?
Mhm.
There's a lie that a lot of agents tell themselves is that I'll catch up this weekend. I'll do it later. You know, I don't feel like it right now. I'll do it when I feel like it. Money can be earned back. Money can be spent, can be lost, can be given away, and it can always be replenished compoundingly. If you lose a deal, go find another one. But time cannot. Your bank account, the market, your boss, your wife will understand a rough deal, a bad deal that you had to get rid of. But your calendar is not exactly as forgiving. Every moment matters. How you spend your time matters. Because if you're burning 2 hours a day, that'll cost you 583 hours annually. That's 73 working days. Nearly a quarter of your life in your workspace gone with nothing to show for it. And all you did was you wasted 2 hours a day. And that waste may not be active waste. It may not be you actively laying in bed and rotting away like my daughter chose to do this weekend. It may be that you just weren't focused or you were frantic or you weren't planned and you just struggled through what you could have excelled through. Well, the truth is more agents waste between 3 and 4 hours a day. Do the math. I think that'll ruin your morning. You want to see where your life is missing? See where your time is going. We've talked about doing 15-minute audits and having a plan in place for your time and knowing where your time gets spent. But if you don't know where it's at, you can't control it. Top producers I've talked to, these are the elites in our business. They don't have more discipline than you do. They just get sick about wasting time. They get upset about losing effectiveness. They hate the versions that they've come from. They want to be better than. Like I talked to Amanda Clark, it's one of my close friends in this business, and she is fanatical about changing her life. She never wants to go back. She hates wasting time. She doesn't like to spend time on things that don't matter. Talking to Michelle Ripley, another one of our luxury agents, and we're talking about her calendar and her schedule, and she has 4 virtual assistants that are on Zoom with her all day. Talk about following a schedule. They log in with her, or I don't know if it's 3 or 4. I mean, Stacy can let me know, but they're on schedule with her all day, accountable for every minute of their day.
2.
2, is it 2? Okay. But isn't that crazy? They're on with her all day, accountable for every minute that they're working. Do you think she has a deep personal relationship with her calendar? And even in that, she's building a better system. You got to shift your identity when it comes to time. One of the things that I talk about all the time is, are you spending time or investing time? What's the difference?
Time goes by no matter what, but if you're taking that time to self-reflect, make adjustments, make yourself better, a lot of times, Dan, we've talked about my health stuff, and I was going to say a lot of time it keeps telling me my brain wants to go, go, go. My body's like, no, no, no. And I have to tell myself that me doing certain things is being productive because I'm allowing my body to heal. I'm learning more about myself. I'm not just wasting time because a lot of times I like to tell myself I'm just wasting time. And I can sit at my computer and I can do certain things and I can make things better without running and gunning and doing more damage to my body like I used to that got me in this position.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit, Kevin. Just keep that in mind, is you're going to have rest on your calendar. But if you try to force an investment, if you're on your Robinhood app and you're just trying to force a win, are you going to make good or bad decisions? Bad.
That.
You're going to try to force something to happen versus being smart about it. Where is my time best served? Where is my money best invested? If I'm wasting time, if I'm spending time, I don't get it back. And time moves on, like Kevin said, time moves on without our agreement. With or without us, time moves on. Time does not have a conscience, does not have a thought. It is not a person. Time is a thing. It just is. So if we're spending time, we're just wasting it away. If we're investing time, then we force ourselves to grow within the time around us. Every person on earth has 24 hours in a day, 86,400 seconds. To use that time for whatever purpose they want. And you can, like I said, hang out in bed and stay in bed for 12 hours, bed rotting on TikTok. Yeah, you may have entertained your dopamine receptors, but are you any further ahead in life? No. That's why we use calendars. That's why all professional agents have a plan. On Mondays, I do this. On Tuesdays, I do this. I'm up at 8 a.m. I'm up at 6 a.m. I'm up at 5 a.m. Whatever it is, that's fine. There is no magic truth that, oh, you wake up at 5 a.m., you're already hours ahead of the competition. I know people that wake up at 5 a.m. and dilly around the house for 2.5 hours. I'd rather wake up at 6 a.m., get right to it, and I'm already working by 6:30. I don't need 2.5 hours to ramp up my day. My eyes are open, my feet are on the ground. The devil says, oh man, he's awake. But our calendar is the vote we cast into who we're becoming. Are you putting things on your calendar to become a better person? Every block that you put on there and you protect it builds who you are. Everything you allow to break, every time block, every commitment, every appointment you didn't keep breaks the agent. It's pretty simple. Either you hold the agent or you break the agent. You're either becoming who you want to be or you're breaking that person down. Who dictate what goes on your calendar? By a show of fingers, right? Thumbs back, right? You do, right? I don't tell you what to put on your calendar. All I can tell you is what an agent of a successful ranking would have on their calendar. Without it, you're probably floundering. One of the best things you can do for yourself is create a calendar and protect it. Stop hiding behind busy. Stop hiding behind the lie of I don't have time. Someone that's been on my calls for a while, tell me, have you heard this before? It's not a priority.
Too many times.
You'll hear me say it's not a priority. That's because I was shown the lie of time. I would tell people, I don't have time. That's a lie. You absolutely have time. It's not a priority. Oof. Look at things change when you start labeling them priorities or not. When you say, you know what, I'm busy, I don't have time. People give you an out. I get it, you're busy, you don't have time. But when you start saying it's not a priority, you start getting a different reaction. Hey, why haven't we met one-on-one yet? Oh, I don't have time. Bullshit. Tell me the truth. Because it's not a priority. Try that for today. Say it loud. Watch what changes when you stop hiding behind the word busy. I'm not busy. I just have different priorities. I love my mom to death. I really do. She comes to my office. She goes, why don't we ever go to lunch anymore? What do you think I told her? It's not a priority. Do you think it's hard to tell your mom she's not a priority? Yeah. But it's the most gentle thing I can do is tell her the truth. My agents want to meet with me. Do I tell you, oh, I don't have time? No, what do I tell you? You can have this time block. You can have this time block because that's what I have available for this type of investment. Someone says, Dan, you got a question. You got time for a question. Hey, give me a call when you got a moment. I weigh heavily upon is this a priority to me or not? And lucky for you guys, I find most of your problems and situations to be high priority for me because I want you to solve issues so you can go out there and solve other people's problems.
Mine just takes a quick text message, Dan, most days.
Most days. But think about that, guys. I don't have time. And let's change the way we talk about our time. It's not a priority. And if that makes you uncomfortable, good. Who are my people pleasers out there that are going to hate saying that? Fabby. Fabby. That's the thing, right? This is a foundation of protecting your calendar is stop hiding behind the word busy. I want you guys to look at your hours like your inventory. Would you give a house away, a listing? Hell, if you sold guns, I could talk to Trey about this. If you sold, relief agents, would you just give them away?
No.
No, you paid a certain amount for them. You want to make a profit on them. You're not going to give them away. Look at your time the same way. My time is my inventory. My time is my valuable resource. Why am I giving it away at 80% discounts? This goes in line with, am I going to do it myself or am I going to pay someone else to do it? What's the third L of the three L's of real estate? Anyone know?
Location?
Leverage.
Leads,
Leverage. Listing leverage.
things, leverage. What is leverage?
Assistant.
Leverage is having something. I no longer can say someone because AI can do a lot of this now. Having something do the work that is not dollar productive efficient for you. Does it make sense for you to proofread a 200-word email or have AI do it? AI. Does it make sense for you to send out birthday texts every day or schedule something on your AI to do it?
My assistant.
Have your assistant do these things. Because I want you to look at your inventory. Your inventory is your stack of goods that you sell. Why are we giving it away at a discount? And it may not be that you're giving it away at a discount consciously, but it's you've chosen to do a $15 an hour task in place of a $400 an hour task. What's the difference? What's a $400 an hour task?
That part.
What was that?
I said that part. I would say, yeah, out there talking to people more about buying and selling real estate, not sitting.
Okay, let's
Email.
generalize. Lead generation. Is that a dollar productive task?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Is creating a business card on Canva a dollar productive task?
No.
We like
Mhm.
to do the 80%. The 80% is the fun stuff. It's the creating social media posts. It's the playing around in AI. It's the designing stuff in Canva. It's the cleaning our office. It's the washing our hair and putting dishes away and doing the laundry, because those are things that don't have huge rejection costs. But for you in real estate and you in sales or you in any profession, your dollar productive things is your inventory. That's the time that you spend to make the money. Does that make sense? So why do we give it away so easily? You'd fight for every single dollar of your listings and your buyer sides, but you discount your own time because you want to be helpful. You want to take care of people. Guys, your time has a price, and what does that price look like? Do you know your hourly rate? Do you know what your time is worth? Mine's roughly $400 an hour. If I'm going to pay someone less than $400 an hour to do what I need to do, which gives me time to go do more dollar productive activities, if I do it myself, I'm now discounting my time. Crazy way of looking at it, isn't it? So
I struggle.
let's create some non-negotiable tests, right? I want you to choose a time block. This could be any time in your week, and I hope there's a consistency to it. Choose a time block. Is it going to be lead generation, lead follow-up, social media engagement, your 5x5s? I want you to choose a block. I want you to protect it, and I want you to enforce the rule. This time does not change. Here's a very big example of that. What time block on my calendar does not get interrupted?
Your family time?
Nope. I wish I could say that.
This
These
call.
calls.
Say it again.
These calls.
The call.
Why? Why? Why does this call not get interrupted?
It sets you up for the day.
This is your time block.
Not only that, Fabi, does this time not magnify my efforts?
Yeah.
This 30 minutes every morning not maximize my results in the world? Because now not only do I have me, I have 17 other people that have been charged 9 hours of people from my 30 minutes of work. Plus the amount of time you guys are going to go back and rewatch it, re-listen to it, talk about it. That's the effectiveness of a time block. Now, do time blocks have to be super long? No. Do they have to be super protected?
Yeah.
Can anyone guess who's the only phone call that will ring through right now if they called?
Yes.
My wife. That's it. And she knows better than the call. She'll text me first. Jesus himself could call me and I wouldn't answer right now. I won't even get a notification that he called until 8:31. Why is that? Because I've protected my time block and I've created a rule around it. My phone goes, hey, do not disturb from 8 o'clock to 8:30, no notifications. My phone effectively tells the world, kick rocks, Stan's busy. You're not a priority. Try again later. I want you guys to pick something. Pick an hour in your schedule and ask those 3 questions. What is the time block? What are we doing? How am I going to protect it? What rule am I going to put around it? The agents that actually select a time block and do something with it are going to find themselves moving their business forward during the summer. And the ones that are just nodding along, nothing will change. And I will say that with my whole chest. 80% of you will do nothing. Be the 20% that does. So we're going to continue this conversation as this week goes. Tomorrow, we're going to build a more ideal week from scratch. We're going to look at what that looks like. And then Thursday, we're going to figure out how can you defend your time? How can you block yourself? What methods, what systems, what belief systems do you need to have in place so that you can fortify your calendar? And then, of course, Friday is Time with Sam.
Been doing this, Dan, for, since I started, 2.5 months or so ago, and every day, all day. And it's been a lot. And like I told you, but I'm glad that we're doing this week because this has been something that I've been working on for 2.5 months.
Yeah. There are agents that are not on this call that need to be on this call that have been struggling with their calendar for years. They feel
That
like
makes me feel better.
They feel like they need to say yes to everything. So I'm asking now, we're going to put this into singularity of focus. Your commitment today, your homework today is identify one time block. One, not 2, 1. When does it start? What's the duration? What's the priority? What's the purpose? No vague intentions, not I'm going to do lead generation. No, this is my 1.5 or 2 hours a day. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to have purposeful conversations with my sphere of influence. I'm going to do my DTD2. I'm going to make no less than 10 contacts and talk to people about themselves, their life, the realistic, right? And if you have an accountability partner, tell them, this is my time block. This is what I'm doing. If you don't, we have a group chat full of people that love to see you win. Remember, guys, the calendar always wins. The huge question you need to ask yourself is it your calendar that's winning or everyone else's? Either you run your day or the day runs you. Keller Williams has a belief around build a life by design. The word design implies that you have put some thought into what you want it to look like. If you don't follow the plan, is it going to look anything like you want it to look? No. So, who's in this week? I'm in. Was this worth your time?
Me, yes.
Always.
Yes.
Always.
Good. For those of you who need to retouch it, it is on YouTube. If you have any other questions, thoughts, comments, throw them in the chat. I'll see you guys. Look at that. Thank you. Right at 8:30. He can wait. He should have been on
One
this
more
call.
minute.
So,
Mhm.
all right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's work through it. Till then, slow.